Hey guys, Scones Football here, back with another Wolves match review video. After Wolves come from 1-0 down to get a 2-1 win after Brighton went down to 10 men in the second half. Yes. Ahead of the game, we had an injury update which saw the return of Gibbs-White, but the bad side was seeing that Willy Bolly has still got long-term COVID illness. So I hope the rest of you and everybody else could wish him well and stuff for his recovery. Which was confirmed ahead of the West Brom game away last week. But I think I already mentioned that in my West Brom versus Wolves preview match in the Honours Even in the Black Country Derby match review. That video, if you want to go and watch that, if you still want to, if you missed any of it. The team selection ahead of the game, we saw some changes to the lineup, which were Huber, Kilman, and Gibbs-White, starting is where Semedo, Adama Traore, and Roman Sace got benched. So he was trying something different else. It was nice to see Nuno giving some of the English youngsters a chance, as we lack English players in our squad, and we should be investing more in English, really. Last time out, we got a 1-1 draw in the Black Country Derby away at West Brom. We could have come away with all three, really. I'd have loved to have come away with all three. But all the game at Derby Day is just about not losing. So, right, on the game now. My thoughts on the game are that we started off the Brighton team in the first 10 minutes better than Brighton did, but then in the 13th minute, Brighton get a corner with Pascal Gross crossing it in with Lewis Dunk getting on the captain of Brighton getting on the end of it for a well-headed goal for a set piece. Yet again, we can see for another set piece, like the West Brom game. After Brighton went 1-0 up after a goal from their danger man Lewis Dunk, nothing much really happened. The problem for me was us starting off the Brighton team, then conceding a goal from a set piece, which made us unsteady starting and losing our focus. So we looked very sloppy, giving the ball away all the time. Well, another concern for me was every single time Brighton had a corner, they looked like scoring if they had a set piece to try and score from, as they have a lot of tall defenders in their team, like Lewis Dunk, for example. They've got lots of other players in that defence who can score good-headed goals, especially Dunk, for example, for him who scored for Brighton today. So 1-0 to Brighton was the score at half-time, so this was now the chance to try and change the game. As it was only 1-0, it wasn't like the game was over like the Burnley game, was it? So we actually had time to do something about it. So overall, that was a good half for Brighton. A fair play to them. I do like Brighton, to be honest. They're a good team, actually. But for us, it was a very bad half. However, there were some positives to take, which were Patricio making great stops in goal and Cody blocking away some of their chances. But he was poor for the goal we conceded, though. But apart from that, he didn't really put a foot wrong, really. But if it wasn't for Patricio and Cody, Brighton probably would have scored more, to be honest. Can you see on the picture, Connor Cody shouting to his players all the time? That is a sign of what a captain does, and this is why we should keep hold of him. Well, we'll soon see what happens at the end of the season and the start of next season, won't we? In the second half, he came on the Brighton team again, just like the first 10 minutes of the first half, with Max Kilman going for a long shot. But it was just a good stop from Robert Sanchez. However, it was worth a try from Max Kilman, though. That's Sanchez, he's a good keeper, actually. 23. He's only about 23, I think. That Matty Ryan, he was at Arsenal. He's hardly ever playing, but at Arsenal really either. Not really. Then Giamantino lost the ball from the resulting corner, but the Brighton defenders easily dealt with it. Then in the 53rd minute, when Fabio Silva were through on goal, Lewis Dunk committed a foul in him, so the ref looked at the challenge and decided to send him off. Well, he got the first bit right, but putting his team in front was a pity he couldn't stay on the pitch. What a shame. But To be honest, did I think it was a red card? Let's be serious here now, guys. Well, if he's clean throw on goal and stopping a goal scoring opportunity, that's normally one of the rules in VAR usually. If it didn't go to VAR, maybe it's a bit clumsy. I thought it was a tiny bit arse on dump, maybe. I don't really know, but I know the one rule is that he was clean throw on goal. He was about to score and he brought him down on a clear bit of play when he was going forward. Then the 58th minute, Brighton made 2 changes as they were down to 10 men to try and make sure this time that we didn't get back into the game and take advantage to what's happened for them. They made their first change with bringing off Johan Batsk and bringing on Alexis McAllister. Then the second change was bringing off Leonardo Trossard and bringing on Jakob Moder. Why are you bringing off 2 wingers really when you need attack up front is beyond me really. So, but they did have Danny Welbeck and Mope on there still. I suppose they've got a good squad there at Brighton in my opinion. Then we made our first change in the 61st minute, bringing off Ruben Neves and bringing off Adama Traore as we look to find a game changer. Most important of all, take advantage to their sending off. That's what we need to do. Morgan Gibbs-White pounced on a bouncing ball on the edge of the area, but the shot went wide at the right post. Then Gianmartino produced a ferocious strike from the edge of the box, but it was blocked by Robert Sanchez again. Because he's a good keeper, to be honest. He's become their number 1 there now. He has, ahead of Matty Ryan. Then in the 69th minute, we made our second 2 of the game, bringing off Daniel Podence and bringing on William Jose. We're bringing off a winger for another striker. In the 76th minute, we finally found our equalising goal to make it 1-1 after Fabio Silva laid the ball into Adama Traore, who shot from close range into the right-hand side of the goal. Robert Sanchez have finally been beaten. To be honest, second half, he did actually kind of keep Brighton in it. If it wasn't for him, it would have been a lot more goals to us, to be honest, so fair play to the Brighton keeper. After the goal in the 77th minute, we made our third sub of the game, bringing off Vitinha. Nice to see him getting into a start today. And bringing off Lendon Donker. Then Brighton made their third sub of the game, bringing off Danny Welbeck. And bringing on Zekari. Danny Welbeck, he didn't really do much today, really. Well, he don't really score too many goals, but I think it's about, like Grealish, it's about what he does, really. Morgan Gibbs-White again had another chance. He picked up, he picked the ball up from a high-end pass inside the box, but missed the chance really badly, well over the bar again. In the 90th minute, we made it 2-1 just before the 4 added minutes after a number of players were in the box for us. But in the end, the rebound shot came from Morgan Gibbs-White at the right time, inside the box, going into the top right corner. What a finish it was as well. I literally love Nuno and his coaching team right at the end, the assistant manager, or you get into that huddle thing whenever they score. Even if they played Chorley ones when they only scored 1 against them during the beat us, they still did that there. It shows you how it's passing in football and stuff, like. So 2-1 to Wolves was the full-time score as we come from 1-0 down to then turning the game around, winning 2-1. If it is to be believed that at full-time, Neil Maupay of Brighton went up to the ref complaining and got sent off. But why send him off when the ref had just blown the whistle for full-time? To be honest, he didn't really show much good sportsmanship though either, really. He just made Brighton's situation worse. Now, next, they're without Lewis Dunk for a few games now, and he might be without Neil Maupay now. Well, so to try and get rid of the card, really, and try and overturn it, because I think, maybe if it's in the game for arguing the ref, or mean to send him off, but not right at the end where you can't really do do a lot. Well, he's not going to change his mind either. I understand that bit, right? But it seems a bit bizarre though. So, I imagine there's 2 players missing for Brighton now. My thoughts on the game are that we were very poor first half for getting done with conceding another set piece goal, not defending it well enough. But going into the second half, we started off way better than they did. Soon after Brighton had a player sent off, so maybe we did get quite lucky to win maybe. Well, we started way better than Brighton before they had their sending off though, so it's not all luck. We took advantage to their sending off, even though it took us a while to find our goals. Credit to the players for turning the game around in the end and winning the game, but like we talked about at half time, for the goal we conceded, well, I don't know if you can see those stats, it was dreadful. On to player ratings now. Patricio 7 out of 10. He made some good stops in the first half. It wasn't for him. Brighton could have scored a few more. Hubert 6.5 out of 10. 6.5. He came in for Semedo. He wasn't the best really, but he's okay. Worth giving him a chance. Nuno won't know as long as he won't know which players are best if he doesn't play them. Connor Cody 7 out of 10. He could have done more for the. He could have done more for the second. He had the first goal, but overall he didn't really put a foot wrong really. Kilman 6 out of 10. Well, he had that good 11th shot he did right at the pits to test Robert Sanchez, but apart from that he didn't really have a good game really. Rain 8 Nori 6.5 out of 10. He was overrated today in my opinion, so 6.5 out of 10. Martinho 7 out of 10. Ruben Neves 5 out of 10. He was quite sloppy again for me, like the West Brom game. Gibbs-White 8.5 out of 10 for his winning goal. So credit to him in the end. Patini 7 out of 10. He had a decent game today. I do really like the lad a lot. I think we should sign him in the summer. Hopefully we can. Daniel Podence 5 out of 10. He was nothing special. He didn't really do anything today really. And Fabio Silva 8 out of 10. He had a good game as well. If he would have been brought down by Lewis Dunk, I think he would have gone on to score that probably. Right, subs now. A direct